Hi guys, it's Mary and it is Saturday night, which means it is time for a video tutorial. So I'm just going to make sure that we're transmitilating over here off to the left. Yay, there we are. Alrighty.
Saturday night.
Turn off that so I don't have to listen to myself. My goodness, that's no good. Hope y'all are ready for Christmas. Do you know it's like 5 days from now? It's practically tomorrow. So we're going to make this as short and sweet as we can so that you can get back to your Christmas preparations. Hi, Diane. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Rosie. Appreciate you joining. Hi, Karen. Hello, Donna. Good gray drizzly day in Washington. There you go. Mary, I'm sure it's like probably sunny in California, right? Hi, Jean. Hi, Barbara. Appreciate you joining. All right, so I have a couple of sneak peeks for you this evening. And I want to show you, this is a clean and simple card. You know this is not my jam, but I really do like how this turned out. And it has a couple of fun new things in it. The first is the You Are Amazing stamp set, which is in the new January to June mini catalog coming up here, gosh, in like 2.5 weeks it'll be live. Hi, Bree. Hi, Alicia. Hello, Barbara. And hey, Amy. Hi, Jenny. This actually coordinates with a new project kit called, I know, hang on, wait for it. It's, hold on to your hats. It's the You Are Amazing project kit, which is kind of fun. I'm going to be using this soon. It's got happy birthday, thanks, you are amazing, and of course, hip, hip, hooray, 3 cheers. But what this card today is going to show you is that you can certainly use the stamp set for other projects. You know, with the project kit, you buy the project kit and the stamp set, and then you provide the adhesives and the inks. My special bundle number 1, just so you know, if you purchase it and save yourself 10 to 15%, this is part of it. And then the next thing that I have is my favorite new tool, maybe ever. Well, at least this week. This is the Stitched with Whimsy die set. Look at these. Can you see what that does? Can you see all those little die cutting thingies? Those just cut a perfect stitched shape around the edge of wherever you are cutting. What I have used is this second largest one. All right, and you just run it, you make a sandwich just as if you were doing a cutting. So as if you were cutting, instead you are just embossing. I think we could call it embossing, or cutting but not all the way through. That's it. We're cutting but not all the way through. And you just run that through your die cutter and you get those perfect doodly stitches on there. Isn't that great? And then I repeated it on the inside with another of the sentiments in the stamp set. Now, this paper is another thing I want to show you right quick. Right? Aren't they cool, Rosie? I know, Kathy. They're really, really cute. So in January, with the celebration, the start of celebration on the 5th of January that runs through the 28th of February, if you were to join Stampin' Up! During that time, not only do you get your starter kit, which is you pay $99 plus tax. Can't get rid of the tax for you, sorry. $99 plus tax, and you get to pick $125 in Stampin' Up! Products. But you're also going to get these 5 packs of new DSP. Why do I say new? Well, you know, because it's new. This is the new design that you're going to find in the 2021 to 2022 annual catalog that goes live in the summer. So you can see the new DSP designs. This is Cherry Cobbler. Just nice geometric designs, except this is a plaid, so you know I'm kind of loving that. And it comes in all of the color combination sets. You'll get 1 each in the neutrals, brights, subtles, and regals. And then you will also get the oh, my brain just had a small issue. In the 2020 to 2022 in colors. So you'll get those 5. So the 5 basic collections plus, or the 4 basic collections plus the 2020 to 2022 in colors. Okay? Free. That's 200 sheets of DSP. Free. Did I say free? I said free. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I've done a little bit of pre-cutting here. Yes, thanks, Kathy. It did turn out nice. And we're going to use a fun marker to rubber coloring technique that I'm now getting my markers from where I left them, and our ever necessary Stamparatus. Okay, so we're going to start with a shaded spruce card base, and it is your basic card base, 4 1/4 by 11 1/2, or by 11, and I'm going to score and fold to 5 1/2, and that is our card front. Are those dies part of a bundle? They are not part of a bundle in the catalog. No, they are a la carte. They're near the back, and they are on the same page as the. It's the hot dog, I think, hot dog stamp set, or I'm not real sure which one the stamp set is, but it looks like it's bundled. It's not. It's a la carte. It is, however, in one of my special bundles, which is bundle number 8. All right, so now I'm going to take a piece of that cardstock. No, that DSP. Let me pull it out here just a second. And I'm going to use I'm going to use this design right here. And we're going to cut a card front, basic card front. And that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So 3 7/8. And I'm going to hang on to this because this is just big enough to do my envelope flap. So you can do your envelope flap and a card front from one piece of the 6x6 DSP. And so then I'm going to cut this at 5 1/8. Okay. And we'll mat that. I'm matting this on Blushing Bride. Now this color combo is from this week's, there it is, the hot dog stamp set. Yeah. This color combo is from this week's Fab Friday. So it wanted Shaded Spruce, Blushing Bride, Seaside Spray, Poppy Parade, and Pear Pizzazz, which is kind of an interesting color combo, but I think I got it, and I kind of like how it turned out. I do like Shaded Spruce and Blushing Bride. That really goes very nicely together. Okay, so we're just adhering this with some liquid glue, trying to get it straight. You know, straight is good. It's always good to add straightness as one of your elements. Okay, then I took a smaller piece of just plain Blushing Bride, and I'm going to adhere it to the card front. And this is, let me make sure I put it the right direction, 3 1/4, 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. That isn't what I wanted. I wanted a slightly different shape. I wondered why it looked so 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. So let me cut this down. Sorry, guys. 3 1/2. 3 3/4. Okay, so we're going to go 3 1/2. This is 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. And this is just big enough to peek out of my middle sentiment, which I have already cut as well. Okay, so you're just going to adhere it like this. Make sure that I'm going the right direction. I am. And I'm going to put it in the middle. Hi, Florence. Hey, Jewel. Appreciate you joining. Hi, Susan. All right, we're just going to use a little liquid glue. Are y'all ready for the big convergence of the planets that is coming together on Monday night, the 21st? They actually call it the Christmas star. I did see a story about how this kind of a convergence, way back when, is what folks think was the genesis of the Christmas star. Okay, so I have taken the sentiment piece, which is this piece of Whisper White right here, and I have already run it through my die cutting machine with this next to largest die in place. Okay, you just run it in and out and you're done. And I'm going to stick it in my Stamparatus. And then I'm going to use my Hip Hip Hooray stamp. Hi, Holly. I know, I'm hoping for good weather, like clear. It's been clear in a million for a week. Well, not a week, but a few days, and we've been kind of looking at it. But tonight, you could just see it, just barely see it, with the clouds kind of going in and out. Okay, so I'm going to try to get that kind of straight as I can get it, and pick it up. And then we're going to do the marker to ink or marker to rubber technique, okay? And all you do is you just take a Stampin' Write marker and use the brush tip, and you're just going to color the part of the stamp that you want a particular color. Okay, just like this. And then when you do this, you want to blow a little warm air on it. So it's a little harder to huff on it when it's on the Stamparatus. So I just use my heat tool on low. And we're just going to do that actually a couple of times so that we get the darkness that we want. And could I do all of the letters? I could. And that would probably be a lot quicker, but it's also almost certain to screw me up. So I'm not going to do that because I'm scared. Okay? Yeah. All right. Yes, the big convergence. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time. Turn this off over here. It's kind of hard to see. I keep expecting it. We were watching it every night, and you can see the two planets getting closer to each other. But it seems like it's got a long way to go when there's only 2 more nights to get there. But, you know, that could be just me. I don't know. All right, and then we're going to do 3 cheers in the same color. And this is Poppy Parade, in case you couldn't read that on the side of my marker? No, maybe not. Okay, we'll give that a little blast with some warm air. And give it another little color here. Okay. Y'all ready for Christmas? Yeah? Maybe? Maybe not? I think I'm going to turn that off and we're just going to do like so. Okay, that is good enough. And if you need to, you can just kind of touch it up with your marker. Okay, now I'll take my Pear Pizzazz marker and do the smaller letters. And let's oh, see? Told you I was going to mess that up. There we go. I'm just also doing For You, but I'm not doing those little flirty diggers right there because I want them in Seaside Spray. Actually my only Seaside Spray in the entire card. But it'll be close. It'll be close enough. All right. For You and Hooray. And you just do this however many times you need to get the coverage that you want. Okay, and it looks like I could stand a little more on the F. Oh man, you got all that baking done? Good for you, man. I'll tell you what. Karen is a baking goddess. All right, and then I'm going to use Seaside Spray for these little flourishy doohas right here. All right, and yeah, I got a little jiggy with the Poppy Parade on this one. That's all right. That's all right. It'll be okay. Okay. Let me see if I can sort of touch that up a little bit. This one may need a pearl on the front. I don't know. We may have to put a pearl on the front of this one. All right, and that is it for the card front. So we'll wipe this down and pick it up and put this aside. And then all I did was pop this onto the front with Stampin' Dimensionals, because every good card deserves a bunch of dimensionals. And we're just going to pop that on. Now, I did have a little trouble stopping when I reached this point on my sample card. Yeah, the stamp set is really good. The whole set is actually really good with this marker to rubber technique, because everything is separated. I mean, look at this thanks set. Each one in its own individual little banner. So that would be really, really easy to do. So every year I send my brother a honey baked ham for Christmas. That's his Christmas present. Usually it has the sides because I send the dinner, but this year apparently everybody is buying honey baked hams and having them shipped, and I was lucky to get a 9-pound ham to send for my brother. It's him and nobody else. And, you know, that's going to be a lot of ham, but it is what it is. I felt pretty glad to get it. So if you were thinking you were going to buy a honey baked ham this year, you're probably a little late already. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so now I'm taking a full-size piece of Whisper White, which is to say 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, that I have already done the die cut with the Stitched with Whimsy set. Sorry, I lost it there for a whole second. And I am going to, in the middle of that, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. Make sure it's kind of straight. And I'm going to do it in Poppy Parade for the Happy and Pear Pizzazz for Birthday. And then we're going to add the little stars. Why did I add the little stars? Well, for a couple of reasons. First off, they're fun. It let me get the extra colors in on the inside so that it would coordinate perfectly with the front. And it gave me a little image to put on my envelope flap. See? That's called lucky, that I happened to think that through like that. Usually I don't. Now, the first time you do this, you're going to see the ink kind of pool up. It's going to pool up a little bit on that red rubber. And then as you do a couple of layers, it's going to relax a little bit. It kind of just has to accept that ink and get through kind of the factory. There's like a little bit of a meh on it. A little bit of a meh, you know. Supposed to get one yesterday from our son, but no sign of it yet. Yeah, I mean, I ordered it today, and I only ordered it because my mom said she'd talked to him, and he was expecting it. And I was feeling bad because I hadn't been able to get it. I'd been really kind of hard over on one that was a decent size for one person. But I finally decided he needed something. And so I got all the way through. I finally found one. Bone-in half ham. I found one that was 8 pounds. And I thought, okay, that's better than 9 pounds. And I got it all the way through to the checkout, and it goes, oh, we're sorry, we're out of that size. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Don't be lying to me. Now I'm going to leave that on there just in case I bork this. One of the nice things about the Stamparatus is you can just flip that over and use the other side. And I did that because I do occasionally bork things. I know it's hard to believe. And I'm going to put the stars right there. And we're going to use Seaside Spray on these little dot doohahs. Little dot doohahs. And we'll do that again. And also, this is a really cute image. There we go. And then I'm going to use Blushing Bride on the stars. Hey, Vicki. How are you tonight? I'm glad you could join. I appreciate that. All right. And we're going to do one more. Blushing Bride's pretty light, so I want to get some color on there. Just like that. And I think I'm going to do one more time. One more time. I mean, if twice is good, 3 times has to be better, right? I mean, it's not 2 times the charm, it's 3 times the charm. Okay, now I'm going to pull this out, and while I have this right here, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my Whisper White medium envelope. And I want to make sure I put it in the bottom corner. I'm going to line this up. It's probably going to be right about there. Like that. Let's see what we got. Nope, it's going to be down just a little more. Just move it where you want it. Yes, I could just pick up the stamp, but this is so much more fun. Not really, I'm just lazy. A little bit lazy. Okay, there we go. Well, I'll tell you what, it was colder than a well digger's lunch bucket here today. I was chilly. Fortunately, it warmed up a little bit for the evening go. And I am ever so grateful for my Carhartts. And my leggings and my chamois and all of my other pieces and parts. All right, and there we go. Okay, so there is our envelope. And we'll just pick that up and get this out of the way. And since I've got it here, let's go ahead and put this DSP on. Hey, Carol, appreciate you joining. Hi, Lynn from Delaware. Hi, Pam. All right, so we're going to just adhere this on, and this is just a little tip I can show you. This is going to be a little too narrow, but we're going to make it work. Just with some judicious fussy cutting. What's fussy cutting if it's not fussy? A little judicious, non-fussy fussy cutting. How about that? Roll that up just a little bit there. Okay. You can see right here that the DSP is not as wide as the envelope flap. So all I'm going to do is when I trim this, I'm going to trim the excess that I can see from the back. Like so. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to follow the edge of the DSP just like that. That way you get a full card front and your envelope flap from one 6x6 piece of DSP, which is a good thing to know when you're playing with the 6x6s, which are my favoriteest size. Cuddle duds, is that, oh, those, I've heard of those. Those are kind of cool. I mean, by which I mean warm. Hi, Jenna, I'm glad to see you from North Texas. Where in North Texas? Where in North Texas are you from? I wish SAU would change out 2-inch piece. That would be nice, but I think it's kind of a basic size. I'm pretty sure it's kind of a basic size. But that was pretty close to a 2-inch piece, and it worked just fine. So, there we go. And I'm just adhering that to my Blushing Bride mat, and then we're going to put it inside our shaded spruce card base. Jenna, are you in the panhandle of Texas or Bedford, part of the DF? Okay. So in the Dallas area. Okay. My husband has family in Weatherford, Texas. That's where he grew up. And he was born in Lubbock, Texas, and I spent a year there in pilot training 1,000 years ago. All right, and now I'm going to take my card front, which I've sort of lost, and we're going to put some dimensionals on here. I like the Dallas area. I also like that area that's to the east of Dallas between Dallas and the Louisiana border, so the hill country. I like it over there. I do. All right, so we're just popping this on with some dimensionals. And I'm going to see if I need to do something with that little blobber, the little blobber thing that I did. 2-inch flap envelopes from a different place. Okay. Yep, that would be good. And let's just be sure I'm putting this on straight, because, you know, the only thing worse than a little blobber of red Poppy Parade where you don't want it is your card base on upside down, or your card front on upside down. Just throwing that out there. All right, so I think that's okay. I'm gonna do a little touch up right here. And I don't think that little red piece is gonna make a difference. Now, I will tell you that part of the reason this one got a little bit away from me is because I'm sitting back from it. If you can get it, when you're doing this, if you can pull the image or the stamp set, if you can pull the stamp, this is just my little tip for doing this. So I was inking from back here so that it was under the camera, but you won't have that restriction when you are stamping. So bring the Stamparatus right in front of you so that you can aim your marker more up and down. I was going like this, and as a result, I was risking getting the other letters inked. So stay more up and down and be more cognizant of where the tip is going. Also slow down. You don't have to go as fast as I was trying to go. Okay? Ow. All right, so we'll clean that up and set it aside. And there we have a really quite simple card to make. All right, easy, also peasy. So please, my shares are open. Take advantage of those. Get in on that so that you can get some of the paper and embellishments from the new set. And also take a look at my bundles. They're a really good deal, y'all. And if you start ordering, we'll get everything squared away payment-wise, and I will order them first jump out of the box on the 5th. They'll drop ship right to you, and you'll have your goodies in no time at all. Okay, so I think, let's see, I will be back on Thursday at 1 o'clock. That'll be Christmas Eve, but I'm hoping that everybody will have a minute to spend with me that day. And then that will be it before Christmas. So I hope to see you on Thursday. I hope your week goes well, and whatever last minute things you need to do, get done. Thanks so much for spending part of your weekend with me, y'all. Bye-bye.